Yo, 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 yo. What's
Yo,
going on?
Big
Can't hear you,
agency,
KG.
big free agency week.
Can't hear you.
fix your mic easy.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big free agency week. Big week.
Big free agency couple of days. You know what I'm saying? So that's been crazy.
Moves that I expected from my team, but
I don't even know what to, I don't even know what to say. I don't even know where to start. I don't know. I don't know.
what
So
about keep it pounding?
We good so far. Still news to be made, but we good for the time being.
You're still in the Sean Watson sweepstakes.
Still a wait and see game for now.
yeah, yeah, you see his demeanor right now is like low key,
I know,
laid back.
right?
Let something scroll across say Panthers have traded for Deshaun Watson.
No.
He made backflip.
I sleepy.
That would wake you up, man.
All right, guys. We glad to be back on another show of Ireland Boys Football Talk. As we said, we got some big tampering, 2 days of NFL tampering, and we got a lot of news to talk about with our teams and the NFL. But I think it's as advertised. Everyone was expecting it to be crazy the first 2 days. And I know each of our teams made some moves which we'll talk
Mhm.
about. And the rest of the league made some moves too. So there's a lot of stuff going on. So we just gotta shout out all the NFL teams and the NFL fans. I know everyone waits on these 2 days. Tomorrow we're gonna officially say it's a new league year in the NFL. Everything will go official with those signings. I hope we don't get any more Randy Gregory's while the night go on. So, but I mean, it's as advertised. There's still big news to be coming on the Deshaun Watson front, which we'll talk about. But for the time being, it still was pretty busy for all the teams, especially our teams. So that's good. Uh, I don't want to start off with the Panthers tonight. I leave the Panthers for later. I let either the Niners or the Eagles start off the night on the tampering period. Which one of y'all want to take your team to the tampering period right now?
I could go. Yeah, saying I think we went ahead and addressed one of our major needs, one of our major concerns is in the secondary with picking up and taking Travaris Ward from the Chiefs. They let him go. 25 years old, young guy, had a breakout season in 2021. Hopefully he can carry it on with the Niners. He's like aggressive man-to-man, press coverage kind of big body kind of that we like, in San Francisco. So he gonna let up on one side, you got Mosley on the other side, and I think we're gonna be good on that point. Now we ain't make no more splashes because of course, we still tight on our cap. We can't really, move and jiggle and things splash like we want to splash. I really want JC Jackson, but you see the money that he got, well, I don't think we could afford that. So we end up getting rid of not getting rid of, but Laken Thomason gone. DJ Jones gone. Those are two key guys. DJ Jones was more depth, but he had an impact on the defensive line. He was one of them guys on our defensive line. We have enough players on the defensive line that we could rotate freshmen every down. And he was part of that depth that was in there. So that's one gone. But we know we rotated him out. We still got Ken Long, who didn't really play last year because he was injured. So he could come up on and take that spot. So I think we'll still be good there. We signed a linebacker. I think that was just a filler, special teams filler gap. I still think out there, the team looking at Miles Jack and Bobby Wagner still at some kind of linebacker filler to put out there with Greenlaw, Fred Warner, and have that trio out there at the same time. I still would like for us to take a splash at Tyrann Mathieu and see what we could do. And then from that point, I think we got one more splash in us, maybe two, because the Jimmy trade is still out there. You know what I'm saying? We could get a second round for Jimmy. We can see what's going on with that trade. And
Maybe the
then,
Colts might take a chance and go for Jimmy.
right, the Colts might take a chance.
Yeah.
So we're going to see what's going on there. Um, Rumor that I watched, rumor is that, with the Tom Brady return, Before he returned, he went up and he talked to the Glasgows. He went all the way England and had a conversation with him. One of the analysts, and he made a good point saying that what you think Tom Brady went all the way over there to talk about? He ain't gonna go all the way over there just to talk about coming back. So a lot of rumors still going on thinking that Tom Brady talked to them about possibility of having a trade with the finance so he could play in his hometown in any career in San Fran. That's a rumor. I ain't paying it no big mind yet, but if I keep hearing it, you gonna keep hearing it. Yeah. I mean, we quiet still. We ain't make no big splashes yet. We still quiet, but the night is young. We don't make our trades at. I mean, things are happening at midnight for us. Right before I went to bed is when I got the news about Travis Ward. So, and that was like midnight, 12:30, 1 o'clock over here. So that's like 9:30 California time. So it's still early for them, but gonna be late for us. So day two, it's only day two.
Yeah, I mean, it's still only a temporary. You still got the
It's a
official
big
thing
temporary.
from. You got your official stuff from tomorrow. So, I mean, some people don't like to go there and verbally commit to something, and then another team try to bamboozle them and they change. We saw what happened to Dallas. Dallas had the Twitter up and everything saying "Welcome back, Randy
Randy
Gregory,"
Gregory.
and 20 minutes later they had to go delete the post.
I had to just
So
get done.
Yep.
you don't want to do that and then get caught out. But there's still, if you look at the list of free agents out there, there's still top tier free agents out there. A lot of
A
top
lot
tier
of them.
free agents. So I mean, now that the league officially starts tomorrow, you're gonna see more activity tomorrow, Thursday, Friday. Then you still got, as Sheen said, the quarterback news. Jimmy is the domino. Waiting, I think that domino kind of holding up to
Watson.
on Watson because someone said today that if Watson goes to Atlanta, then Matt Ryan would go to Indianapolis. So, and then that kind of puts Jimmy
In a
as
tight
to the
spot. Yeah.
question marks of where he's gonna go. So there's different theories that for these quarterbacks what could happen. But I think that's kind of the hold up on a few teams because like Shane's hold up is Jimmy and his cap hit. The hold
26
up for
million.
other the hold up for the other teams is the teams that got cap space but holding to see if they get Deshaun. Like the Panthers still got about 20 something million in cap space, but they kind of holding that to see if they land Deshaun or not. They can't go and spend it and then thing and then I still can't understand. I read something not too long ago, and somebody said it's kind of baffling to see like the certain teams that are going after Deshaun because from a theoretical view, the guy said, what did he say? He said he understands that Deshaun and the Falcons have mutual interest, but the cap hits would bankrupt King Midas himself. Because there's no kind of cap that you could fit. The Falcons were like 40 something million over the cap. The
Mm-hmm.
Saints were like 60 something. They say Saints want and need Watson, but just extended all of their best trade veterans to get cap compliant. So if you just use your trade bait to get cap thing, then you ain't then you say the Panthers are the best fit and may simply be getting trolled by the other two teams. So it kind of makes sense in terms of what he's saying. And then for the 49ers standpoint, they are just they can do stuff, but they kind of holding on to see like what going on with Jimmy, who's gonna pull the trigger for Jimmy, and even they said San Fran in taking out of the way to bring him back either.
Exactly.
So if they
We ain't gonna give him away for nothing. We have to get something. Something got.
right, if they decide to bring him back, then they could just restructure the contract and clear
Yep.
space like that too. So there's a lot of options. Then I just saw you guys got like 5 compensatory picks.
I just read it. I just read it.
Yeah,
So
you
we
guys
got
got about 4 or 5 compensatory picks with this
we
year too.
got five. We got five. So now we still ain't got no first round, but we got 2/3, 3-6, and 3-6. So, I mean, that's still something. I mean, it's something to deal to do what
Yeah,
we gotta do.
you
It's
can
good
wheel
little
and deal
something.
there. Yeah, you can still wheel and deal.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, from a 49 standpoint, they filled a major need, like Shane said, with Ward and Mosley. Now he's still looking at safeties if he can get a Tyron.
Yep.
and that's gonna bolster everything again. Because you still got the line, you still got your linebackers. It's just the back end needed fine tuning. Now you got two high end starters, Mosley and Ward, and then you still and then you can make some nice still. Hey, I mean, even if you don't get matching, there's still some good,
We
really
still got
good DBs
yeah, but
out
we
there
still
that can walk.
yeah, but we still got. I mean, and to say like, okay, the safety is a to me is a want, right? Because we still got Jacoby Todd and Jimmy Ward back there.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like
Exactly.
really and truly like I think that piece now with the corner, I think we really good. I think that's we could move on from that spot and maybe go after the Miles Jack or the Bobby Wagner now and fill that third linebacker spot that we got over there that we do rotate with Shazier and them other guys.
Hmm.
I ain't knocking Shazam, but he just ain't an every down linebacker. I want every down linebacker over there. Miles Jack and Bobby Wagner gonna bring that to my team. They gonna have my linebacking core just soup. My front seven would really be crazy. You know what I'm saying? With Bosa, Kinlaw, Armstead, whoever the hell they want to put the other part in it would be Givens or Streets. And then you got Warner, Wagner, or Miles Jack and Greenlaw. That's just a crazy front seven and then to look at Ward, Mosley, Jimmy Ward, and Jacoby Tart out there, I think they just fill that defensive pieces right there. The offense is gonna be the offense. No, you really got all biggest weakness was always on secondary.
Yeah. So, and the good thing is, it shouldn't be hard to get a good key veterans looking at championship. The team built to go deep into the playoffs. You can get some good depth pieces to fill out your roster too, whereas you don't have to overspend. Where some
Yeah,
teams
that's
gotta,
probably what that's what they need, just depth
yeah,
pieces.
some teams gonna try to overspend on people that don't need to get so much. But like a team like the 49ers that I know that has a good chance to go all the way to the Super Bowl, they could get some good value signings later in free agency. They don't have to go and make a big splash, but if they want to, they can. But that team there, you already look. If you look at the full starting lineup, is a very good team.
Mm-hmm.
So you just gotta from here. You still got some draft picks. You got a lot of draft picks actually to do what you gotta do. Fill out the back end of the roster if you want, and then you can still make some good value signings in little areas that you need depth and everything. So, but that would be good for the Niners. But they're still in position. A lot of NFL teams would like to be in the Niners position. But and then you can see we saw some NFL teams that I thought did went to a few risky moves. It's like almost like they kind of panicked, like some panic signings, a little too much money, which we'll talk about later. But I mean, the 49ers, you can see what you want. They got Kyle Shanahan and Lynch running the show. Those guys know what they're doing, so I can't doubt them for what they're doing.
Right. And they haven't been doing a bad job. You know what I'm saying? So
Exactly.
I got faith in my front office. You know what I'm saying? And they have not really done. They have not. I don't think. I want to say I don't think yet. I mean, it might be early, but I don't think Lynch has drafted a boss yet. I don't think. I don't
Hmm.
think so. So I'll fact check that next show, but I don't think that he's drafted a boss yet.
See,
So
so
True.
and that's a good
That's a good GM.
right.
Unlike my GM.
Well, moving
so
it
I
over to let's say what you're saying, Shane.
yeah, so I mean I put a trust in him. I mean we draft. You look at a draft. What I'm saying we got Elijah Mitchell, who's a star running back right now, is a 6th round pick. And I think he was a 6th round pick. Ayuk. Will you pick up Ayuk? Third round, I think we pick Ayuk up.
Nah, he
You know
was
what
first round pick.
I'm saying?
No,
Yeah,
I
he
go
was
first round.
a
Yeah,
first
Yeah,
round.
first
first
round.
Yeah,
round pick, yeah.
you know what I'm saying. So it's like is he got an eye for the talent and he'll pick him up. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Debo Ayuk, he drafted them guys. Elijah Mitchell, Trey Sermon, he drafted those guys. Bosa, you know, and they pulled the trigger when it was time to be aggressive and go up and grab. I think they went up to grab Bosa as well, and they went up and grab. Of course, we waiting for the Trey Lance to develop and flourish, but that was an aggressive move to go up and grab your future quarterback and give up your 3 first rounds. You basically sell the franchise at that point, and you went all in on Lance. So now it's time for Lance to mature and show what he could do, and we're gonna see. But the team is built. The team built right now, so
Yep.
we gotta see.
And that's the main thing. It's not like they're desperate or anything. They played in the NFC Championship. No, they played against the Rams in the NFC
The
Championship
championship
game,
game,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
And it wasn't necessarily like there were a few key players away from going to the Super
Super
Bowl.
Bowl, yeah.
not a
So,
few. One,
well, yeah, we could put it as the one play.
one, one play. You don't drop an interception like that. You don't. That's a game win. That was a game winning interception. That would have been it broke Campbell back one time. That'd have been it. He dropped it.
So with
Point blank.
that team being one play away, you know, and not losing like valuable players on the team. I mean, Lake and Thomason, you can. There's so much guards out there right now in free agency
Even
that
no,
would be
even the point
good.
where the guys at free agency shooting. Look at what we have. We drafted two linemen last year. We drafted
Again.
Jalen Moore and
Mhm.
Aaron Banks. So Laken Thomason gone. Aaron Banks gonna fall right into that spot. I think right now we still weak at right guard with Brunskill. We got Brunskill playing right guard. I want to get rid of him and get me a real right guard. So maybe we go there and look for a right guard now. Or we
Yeah.
or we move or we
Or you
take
could.
Jalen Moore is a left tackle but he playing college. Maybe we move him inside. And we put Aaron Banks and Jalen Moore on the insides and
You
keep
had
Thomas.
you had playing from you playing left. Been better if you play left guard than play
Yeah.
right guard. Because
Well,
we
then
had
move him
moving
to
over
left
from
guard.
left to right.
Aaron Banks is a true guard. Put him
Right.
on the right guard
Put him in
side.
the right guard position.
I mean,
Put
you guys, you got options
we
because
got
if
options, yeah.
you could dip your toes into the free agency pool if you want. You
Or
can
we go
even
right with
draft. You can draft somebody if you
okay.
want
Mm-hmm.
because you know guards value more in the second and third round that come out to be high end level starters. So
True.
you can do that. You can go that way. You got the ammo. You got the ammunition, the draft picks to trade up if you want to see a guy that you like. So I mean, it's not like it's big deficiencies. Tomlinson, he can be replaced. So I mean, you guys, they're in a better situation than most. And then if they do decide to trade Jimmy, they're gonna open up more cap space to do something else and make a strength stronger as well. So
Right.
and then like I know I saw something saying that the Niners wanted they were keeping an eye on the speedy receivers. So that's
So we look
another thing that they're looking at too.
yeah, we're looking at speed receivers, and then we also looking at old boy from Miami, the kick returner from Miami, Jakeem Grant.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so we're
Take
looking to
him
get
again.
him, and I
Yeah.
think we could be. I think that's an easy pickup. We go there and grab him. You know what I'm saying? And I think right now they're moving in depth mode right now. You know what I'm saying? They're looking for depth. 'Cause I think the number one priority was a corner. They got that. We got that. So I think right now is depth, and then trying to get Jimmy trade where he could prosper and get us something back from Jimmy. If we get another second round, that'll give us two second rounds, two thirds, a fourth, a fifth, three, six, and a seven. You know what I'm saying?
This
That's a
Jimmy
lot.
last year he contract.
Yeah.
Yeah. See.
So
Yeah.
let's see.
So
All right.
they're good, man. They're good so far, and then like you say, it's still all in free agency, and then we'll see what happens the next few days for the Niners. Now we move on to the Philadelphia Eagles and them signing so far. I
I
mean, they
think so
signed
far we only had
this
one big signing. That was us signing
Reddick.
Hassan Reddick,
That's all right.
the Delaware native. I should say Delaware Valley from Camden, New Jersey. He's coming back home. He should be he's a good addition to our pass rush. Again, some of the fans need to know that he's not gonna be a traditional linebacker. He's gonna be a pass rushing type of player, which means that we still need a three-down linebacker, a solid linebacker who could cover, stop the run, sideline to sideline, the whole thing. So I'm thinking that we need to go after Miles Jack. Like we wasn't able to get Justin Reed. We weren't able to get Marcus Williams, which are the two safeties. We have deficiencies at safeties. Rodney McLeod right now is what, 32, 33. He's getting up there in age. He's slowing down. I think he just came off an ACL injury last year, the year before. So, he's slowing down. The Harris fella that we had, I think Anthony Harris, he's an okay. He's not like the Pro Bowl type of game changer type of safety. So I was hoping that we actually would have been able to get Marcus Williams and Justin Reed. That didn't happen. I guess they were commanding a whole lot of money. So, but now that Miles Jack is released, I hope that Howie Roseman would walk somewhere, walk the caps up and try to get Miles Jack. Because I mean, if not, then you have to get a linebacker in the draft. And right now we suck at drafting linebackers, and we don't draft linebackers in the first round. So that's what I'm hoping for, is that we actually get to sign Miles Jack. We get to sign Miles Jack, then after that we could go ahead and look in the draft for safety or cornerback. Because right now, with the signing of Hassan Reddick, that solidifies our defensive line. Even though Fletcher is up there in age, you still have a young Javon Hargraves. He's probably only 27, 28. You still have what's his name, Josh Sweat. He's an up and coming pass rusher too. So that's a good key addition to our defensive line. But that's all we've been doing so far. We do nothing else yet. I just wanna that Miles Jackson would have me jump out of my seat. Because we need a linebacker. We need a linebacker. We need a saddle linebacker. Because that's what Jonathan Gannon needs in his defense right now. A linebacker that can actually cover and go sideline to sideline, stop the run, do the whole thing. But we also need a safety too.
And that's why we appreciate him. I think you guys need a linebacker really bad. That's it. I would even go and pick up one of those linebackers and still draft one.
Right, exactly. So that's definitely what we need. But that's it for us so far. I mean, not just within our offense. I was thinking that we should have been able to get what's his name, DJ Chark, but he took a little 1 year deal with the Lions.
1 year approved with the.
But I think Allen Robinson is still on the free agent market. So
Juju's still a free agent.
Juju's still out there. Mm-hmm. You know, so I want to get somebody who could actually pair with Devontae Smith. Get one of those possession guys that could actually pair with Devontae Smith. Because you already have your speed receiver in Quez. You already have your stud number 1, number 2, whatever with Devontae Smith. You know what I mean? So if you could get, you just need that possession receiver. A possession.
I think you go there. Chains. Yeah, you go there. I think Allen Robinson will be the best bet. The best.
Right, exactly.
You get not only he's a good receiver, but you get a veteran presence out there to coach up Devontae.
Right. We need that. We need that in our receiver room right now because we don't have a veteran presence in our receiver room.
Or you get crazy and go out there and try and push Green Bay hand and get Devontae Adams.
No. You can't do that. You gotta command a lot of money. You gotta command a lot of money.
Yeah. I had a conversation with my coworkers today, and it's like, how Devontae Adams gonna feel looking at Christian Kirk? You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's like you ain't no team can go to Devontae Adams right now and say, hey, we want you to play. Because Devontae gonna say, you gotta give me $100 million a year. Not a year, but $100 million. You know what I'm saying?
I'll tell you one thing. We got to be called Dougie P and give him a bunch of F's for that for sure.
But the reason why, I was listening to certain things on the radio today, and they said the reason why Christian Kirk got up on it is because the salary cap going up. So I think
it's still heavy though.
But they say the salary cap going up. That's the reason why. But next year salary cap gonna be a whole lot more.
I guarantee nobody was gonna get Kirk that contract.
Nah,
true.
Kirk ain't what? Kirk probably what 12 million a year, not the 21
less
million
than
a year.
Probably 10.
Not the 21 million a year.
The problem with that, as I was telling KG yesterday, he just reset the wide receiver market.
True.
So poor Carolina, who gotta go sign DJ Moore next year, frig. He gonna want Christian Kirk money now.
Oh, we trying to give Debo an extension. So what kind of money Debo gonna want?
Exactly.
We gotta give Bosa extension. And one of them ends get signed to some big deal yesterday too. So it's like really and truly what a market. Bosa gonna command 100-something million total contract.
Yeah,
Debo can probably command 100-something million, or close to maybe 80-something million. You know what I'm saying? 80-something. So it's like really
guaranteed.
So it's like I don't know.
Well, we'll see if Christian Kirk could play up to his contract.
Nah.
We'll see.
No.
A lot of us doubt it, but who knows?
The only good thing about that is when you look at the Jaguars team now, you got to look at so much people. You got to look at Dan Arnold. You got to look at Evan Ingram. You got to look at Marvin Jones, Chanel, Christian
Chenault, yeah.
Cole, Etienne, James Robinson. They got so
Mhm.
much playmakers now that, like I was telling you, KG, there ain't much excuses I could give to Trevor Lawrence. No, you get a year under your belt. You know how the NFL like now.
Or Dougie
But
P.
they do one thing very special for Trevor Lawrence. This
Yeah, they did.
they supported him with playmakers all over. They kept the line. The line. They got Cam Robinson. They still got their players. They still got the number one pick that everybody we don't
Exactly.
talk about. But when you got Marvin Jones, Chenault, Christian Cork,
Hmm.
Dan Arnold, Evan Ingram, plus Etienne and James Robinson in the back, well, I don't know why excuse you got. You ain't got no excuses when it comes to that there.
10
So,
games. You should win at least 10 games with that roster.
especially in the division you're in.
In every exactly 10 games with that roster.
The Colts, we don't know how the Colts gonna be without a
What you mean?
quarterback.
What you mean, especially I mean, you got the Titans out there. Ain't
Ah,
that
What?
Titan,
what?
Tannehill out there.
But Tannehill ain't been doing a bad job out here. I'll take the
yeah,
season out there.
but
King Henry gonna be injured like last year again, you know.
yeah, but again, if you look at the Jaguars team, it's not a bad team, you know. They're doing stuff too. They did some good little underrated signings and defense as well. They signed some interior linemen to stop the run.
Right.
That was good. You look at their team, they still got Josh Allen and Chisan
Hmm.
coming off the edge. They signed somebody in the defensive back. Plus, you still got Shaquem Griffin. Ain't much to say, ain't much
And you
excuses.
and you could guarantee they're going with a Kevin Thibodeau or somebody out there.
And
McGuire
like
had to
and,
cut.
and like you said, last year was a wash because of Urban Meyer.
Over my
Yeah.
head.
But there ain't no excuses this year, no, because the team is actually really good. Nobody, I guarantee, if the defense, I mean not the defense, if the team doesn't play well, they are going to. The blame is falling on one person only. They're falling on Trevor Lawrence. The same way the blame does fall on Baker Mayfield, it falls on Trevor Lawrence. He's the number one pick.
Hmm.
Because how many quarterbacks wouldn't love to play with Marvin Jones, Cork, Chenault, Evan Ingram, and Dan Arnold?
Then
How many
Arnold, yeah.
quarterbacks wouldn't love to throw to all five of them, plus hand the ball after James Robinson and Etienne? Plus got a
Hmm.
stable line. Them should be putting up 31 points a
A
game.
game. I agreed. I agree. I
Yeah,
agree.
they should be putting up all of that. So there's no excuses. I mean, and you got a veteran head coach that should know
Should know how to calculate
what
as
this
well.
game is. And
Yeah.
from my understanding, a lot of when you talk about Dougie P, they always tell you he's a great coach of the quarterback. So if he's a great coach of the quarterback, let's see how he coach Trevor Lawrence. Because that's a very good. They made some very good signings that I'm impressed with.
Who's the other? They got another running back behind ATM too, right? The one who was playing James
Etienne and
Robinson, right?
James Robinson,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
Jim
that's
Robinson.
good two dual combo there.
Yeah, good
They
combo.
ain't
Exactly.
bad at all. They ain't bad at all. So you got the running backs, the tight ends, the wide receivers. You got the defense in place. You got the line in place. So you really, truly, I agree. Ain't got no excuses.
No,
Ain't
they
got no
ain't got
excuse.
none. They ain't got none.
They
It's
should
the
come out
same
there.
thing for it's the same thing for like Baker. The only thing they could really say is they might tell you, oh, it was a new system he was learning and this and that. You know what they just say when you get a new
Wait,
coach and so.
all right, that shit,
So
man. That
that,
shit don't
but I
fly
don't
too
want to
much.
hear that. Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't
that
want to
don't
hear
fly
that
too. That only fly.
because
Football is football.
you got a whole off season. It's not like it's like the COVID season that you had
COVID
a
season
shot
we
and
had it
thing. Right.
exactly.
You got a whole off season to go through everything and get on page now. So Trevor Lawrence to me got no excuses. None. So let's see what happens with them. And as we were saying, the division, the Texans, we don't know what the Texans gonna be like. The Colts is a good team, but are they gonna regress?
A lot of cap space.
Yeah,
A
a
Exactly.
lot
lot,
of cap
and they've
space.
been, and to me, surprisingly, they've been very quiet with all that money. You know what I'm saying? It's like
I think they kind of, I the main thing for them again too is they're kind of looking at what's the best option to go in quarterbacks. You don't trade
Okay,
with, so you
but
don't
look,
have a starter.
right, but you already know that Deshaun Watson ain't coming. So what's your next best option? What's the next best option out there? You already know Deshaun Watson ain't coming. What's your next best option?
It's either Garoppolo or Matt Ryan. That's all is out there to actually look
I
at.
don't think Matt Ryan got no trade clause. You think he can go?
Oh well, if the Falcons get Deshaun
Who
Watson,
would want to
Matt
play with
Ryan
Jonathan
ain't.
Taylor?
My thing is, if the Falcons get Deshaun Watson, he
The
know
Packers
he
ain't gonna get Deshaun Watson.
Matt Ryan ain't starting.
Them ain't
Matt
got
Ryan is not gonna be the start.
them ain't
I've
got them ain't got the ammunition to
I've
go
seen
get
stranger
Deshaun Watson.
things. I've seen stranger things in the NFL.
I
So
tell you no, if they go and get Deshaun Watson, that's a done team. That team is done.
because the thing about it is
Who do I give up?
this. No, but they say
Who them got?
no. They say that the Texans, in order for you to get a meeting with the Texans with Deshaun Watson, you got to send in a trade proposal, and the Texans got to approve it. So the teams that already met with him, the Saints, the Bronx, and the Panthers, they sent in a trade proposal. The Texans approve it. That's the only way you get to speak with Deshaun
Okay.
Watson.
So
So the
so
Falcons sent in a trade proposal which the Texans approve.
so look at me and tell me, Shady, let me hear the vision. What a trade proposal look like. And keep in mind, the two of you, keep in mind what Russell Wilson got. It got to be better than that.
Not necessarily.
What do you mean not
The
necessarily?
one thing is that
No,
the
no,
one
no,
thing, the
no.
one
The
thing,
problem, the
he
problem.
coming. Maybe he coming with baggage too, so it ain't
Yeah,
gonna
no.
be
The
as
problem,
much.
the
It ain't as
issue,
much as what was Russell Wilson was
right?
getting.
The issue with Deshaun Watson is, remember, he holds a no trade clause, so you don't have to go at the team. You don't have to go to the team with the best offer. If the Texans say, if Deshaun say, okay, my heart set on Atlanta. I want to go to Atlanta. I only waive my no trade class for Atlanta. You gotta work out the best possible deal to get, because that's the only way he doing he no trade class. So those guys, those analysts are talking about it today. If I telling you that I only waiving it for Atlanta, you better go there and work your best deal, because I ain't waiving it for nobody else. And then what you gonna do? Let me stay on the sideline for a whole another year and just I would get 1 million for the whole another year.
Mm-hmm.
Cause that all gonna happen. Remember, he said he dictating where he going. And then the other problem is they say that the NFL is still inclined to suspend him for about 4 games. So with a suspension probably looming for him, with the baggage KG talk about,
Mm-hmm.
they say that they say don't be surprised if the value of the trade ain't as high as Russell Wilson. Because there's a lot of stuff that going on with it. Because he holds, it's not like Russell Wilson that say, I don't want to go to an NFC team. I'm going to the AFC team. Deshaun Watson hold all the cards here. And if he say he going to this team, then the Texans got to do the best they can to get. That's why that's why the Texans say they only you can only speak to Deshaun Watson if you send a trade proposal that we happy with. And so far, the Saints, the Panthers, the Bronx sent a proposal that they're fine with. And it looks like the Falcons sent a proposal that they're fine with too. Because he meeting with them tomorrow. I think tomorrow, after he meet with them tomorrow, we're gonna expect a decision either tomorrow evening or Thursday, the latest, on Deshaun Watson, because
Yeah.
you can't hold up that decision too long, because teams need to see what's going on with free agency.
And to go off of what you say, right? Like Houston has already approved three trade packages.
Exactly.
But that means you might see some movement soon. I'm reading this right off of Bleacher, eh? That means that you might see some movement soon, and movement with Watson should clarify up all situation with Garoppolo,
Right.
right? So
I
the
don't
three,
understand.
I guess the three choices are there, right? The Bronx,
Yeah.
the Pack.
Well,
The
he got
Bronx,
four. Remember, he got four because he meeting with Atlanta tomorrow. So that's the fourth one.
I don't understand why we didn't try to see if he could.
because the
But
Yeah.
team believes
I'm
in
hearing
Hurts.
but
They
I'm
believe in
hearing that
Hurts.
there's like some
Couple
other dark
sleepers.
horse teams that you ain't really hearing about. They're kind of moving undercover.
I don't know how
So
we
so
taking a
don't
chance.
be
We take a chance.
Remember,
chance.
remember, we
believe
never hear nothing about the Falcons until today. They just come out of the blue and say the Falcons are emerged as a sleeper team. Don't be surprised tomorrow how we get up and say, let me go take a shot at Captain Mark and
Take a
then decide to
chance.
say, let
Take
me
a
go for this
chance.
Deshaun Watson.
Hey, you cannot lose if you have a franchise quarterback. When I say lose, I ain't talking about losing games, but you have a chance to actually win. You know what I mean?
And it's so crazy. It's so crazy because the Texans tell teams they don't really want a quarterback back in return. They actually really like Davis Mills. We want picks and young players to build our team. So they were saying the Panthers got that number 6 pick and got like Brian Bones and Derek Brown and those persons to play. The Saints, I don't know the picks in the situation, but they got a lot of players on big contracts. They don't have nothing to like really give.
Right, and if Houston ain't gonna do that though, Houston ain't gonna want to take no players with no big contracts and put them in a bind.
But that's a lot of restructuring was going on. They just restructured Davenport, so that means he can't get traded again. Now the Browns got a lot of players too. They said the Browns got a lot of players that they could give up.
Yeah.
But Houston don't really want to trade him to an AFC team.
Exactly.
But then if he say he want to go to the Browns, the Texans got to oblige.
Yeah.
And then see the Texans, they rejected. If I was the Texans, I would have rejected the Browns if you didn't want him to go to the AFC team, just like how you check the Colts. I don't know what the trade package would be for Atlanta, but
that's what I'm saying. I just don't see what Atlanta would give to get even.
I would probably assume it's gonna have probably Deion Jones in it. If I was Houston, the only way I give you Deshaun Watson, you gotta give me Kyle Pitts. I telling you from now.
Kyle Pitts, Deion Jones, and a pick.
Because you can't come there and tell me I ain't gonna have Calvin Ridley.
Right.
So Atlanta, that's your job to figure. And they just lose Russell Gage to the Buccaneers. Russell Gage just signed with the Buccaneers today.
And Cordell Patterson, number 1 running back.
And he's a free agent. But if I'm the Texans, you ain't getting Deshaun without Kyle Pitts in that deal.
And then what our team's supposed to look like?
And that's another thing.
Deshaun Watson with who?
Yeah.
I think Atlanta just playing the come home card.
Yep.
Because they say he's very close with his mom, he's very close to his family. Come home. You used to be a ball buy here.
Yeah, I think they're doing what KZ want his team to do. Take that shot.
And they actually know that they got a chance to do it because of his love for home in Gainesville, Georgia. But then again, if he looking at it from a winning standpoint, I don't know how he gonna win. What kind of team he gonna have out there? That's why they said the Bills sent another offer to Carolina, and Carolina rejected it because Carolina's inclined on holding McCaffrey to give Deshaun Watson as much weapons as possible when he comes, which makes sense because we just signed Dante Foreman. He was the backup running back for Tennessee. Yeah, that the big heavy dude. Because they want a more down the field, like down the hill type power running, which I agree. So they're saying now that Dante Foreman, well, you know the theories, they say he and Deshaun was very good, close friends. They were teammates. And everybody is there. But the thing about it is to have Dante Foreman there as well. They say now you can move McCaffrey more around in the slot, which I think makes a lot of sense. Because he runs routes like receivers.
Mm-hmm.
So now you don't want to beat McCaffrey down in the ground with a powerhouse downhill running attack. You got Dante Foreman and Chuba Howard in the back, and then move McCaffrey around like in the slot and those stuff, and give Deshaun Watson the weapons that he need to go. I know everybody talks about the Panthers. Like I would even say the front office is a joke in my opinion. But when you got a richest owner in the NFL that will just tell you, look, we ain't gonna tell nobody this, but you do your contract, and they can give you $50 million under the table too. Yeah. Remember, I got money, I could do whatever I want. I checked it one time because we don't know what is going on under the rug and them kind of stuff. The man is the richest owner in the NFL, and he just bought a stadium, just bought a team. So what do you think that happened? He gonna do what he gotta do. I would have come to Carolina personally.
So you can take the Bills off the market because the Bills went and got J.D. McKissick.
Yeah,
right?
because the Panthers don't want to give up McCaffrey. They shut down all the trade out. You had to give them an offer that they wouldn't have refused, like a first and a second or some nonsense like that. But they weren't gonna give away McCaffrey just like that. No
Right.
matter how injured he be, because he may be injured for the past 2 seasons, but actually when he on the field, he'll produce still. So I think giving Watson all the thing in all, and then going with the Panthers, they took a step in the right direction. They signed the Rams with God, Aston
Yep.
Corbett.
Mm-hmm.
That was a very good start in the right direction. It's about helping that line that had the fifth move, gave up the fifth most sacks. So now you got Corbett at right guard and Taylor Moton on right tackle. Your right side is elite. Because Taylor Moton is ranked a top 10 tackle in the
And it's
league.
just the left side.
Now you need to address the left. I think people still impressed with Brady Christensen. I I don't understand how you think that somebody could come into the league as a left tackle and then you draft him in the third round and he ain't gonna make mistakes and you give up on him in 1 year. That don't make no sense. He actually after he started getting his footing in the last few weeks of the season, he actually had some of the highest graded performances on the left side of the line in the NFL. So I was putting him back there, and then I can build a. If we trade for Watson, we ain't gonna have the sixth pick, but then
Right.
we can still build the line. Still, the line has to be built.
Yeah.
You can put Pat F. Pat F. Line is actually a real good center, but a real horrible guard. I don't want him at guard. You need a, and then they say the Panthers were trying to go after the Ravens center, Bozeman.
Yeah.
But if you get Bozeman, are you even happier too? Cause now you got Bozeman, Corbett, Taylor Moton. F-line on the left side and Christensen on the left side. That's still a weak side, but then you can still find stuff on there.
But it's always
So
everybody got a hole in the lane. Everybody got that one hole in the
exactly,
lane.
exactly.
Yeah, but
Make
yeah,
sure you got depth. Make sure you got depth on the line, but that line had to be reconstructed, and it's a step in the right direction for having Corbett and Taylor Moton stuff your right side of your line. Now let's see what happens to the left side, the left tackle, left guard, and center. I need to see what's going to happen there. I think with Tehran Armstead, there was a report come out that they said Tehran Armstead is actually waiting to see if Deshaun signs with the Saints. If
Ain't
he
up to
does, he
Hero.
no. Remember, he's a free agent,
Yeah.
so he's trying to say like if he does, he'll sign back with the Saints.
Mm.
If he doesn't, he'll move on. Because a lot of persons were talking about if Watson is going, Tunsil is going too.
Yeah,
But
we
he
know
just
that.
no, he ain't going again. He just restructured his contract, which means he's staying
Oh.
on the team. So he restructured his contract today, freeing up about 8 million in cap. So that means that he's there for this whole year again. So he's not going anywhere again. So if it's Deshaun, it's only Deshaun that's going. And then again, let's see what happens. I get anxious for. I just need a answer so that if you don't get him, then we can work on the rest of the free agency. If you do get him, then you start to build your team. But you can't keep holding it up because you're losing valuable
Yeah,
Yeah,
free
but
you
agent.
got it. Yeah,
tomorrow's the third day, right? So and
Exactly.
exactly.
tomorrow's the day of finalizing
Finalize and then
all these contracts
official.
that we
Everything
talk about
official.
ain't finalized. You know, all these
They
contracts
go
we talk about
official from 4 p.m.
right,
Yeah.
right.
So you need they need to get answer. Hopefully Atlanta's the last meeting, but you never know with this thing.
I
But
think you
I
have
want.
two more. You gonna have two more meetings come tomorrow.
But that's the thing. Like tomorrow, you gonna see somebody appear as a
Yeah.
sleeper team again. You can't drag it on, and Deshaun Watson got to know that too. You can't drag it on because you're actually making it worse for yourself in terms of where you go.
Mm-hmm.
Because he just don't want to go to just somewhere too. He wants to go to somewhere that, again, he said has a good line, has stability, all kinds of stuff. But the good thing about it is the reason why so many good free agents still out there too is remember a lot of teams still don't have that cap in. A lot of teams still weak
Mm-hmm.
on cap. That's why the Jaguars could and Bengals and them could do all kind of stuff like that. They ain't got no cap, but a lot of teams still tight on cap. So like we could still make moves, the Eagles could still make moves, the Niners could still make moves. Yeah, like you guys say, the Colts out there sitting on 50-something million in cap.
Yep.
They could go there on a spending speed, just sign all kind of
72
people.
mil.
72.
72 million cap.
They just did, and then they didn't re-sign Eric Fisher, which means they need a left tackle.
Yeah.
I would have go there and sign Tehran Armstead. He couldn't wait on Deshaun Watson. He was gone full speed. He had to come over here, sign he for 20 million a year.
That's what I'm saying. You got all that money, you're so quiet. I don't understand that.
Because the
Quiet.
next
Cheap.
quarterback, the next quarterback they get gonna be a pocket passer. Cause all the good movement quarterbacks gone.
Gone, exactly.
So the next quarterback gonna either be, in our opinion, is either Garoppolo or Matt Ryan or somebody like that. So which means you got to make sure you protect him because they ain't the ones to like move out the pocket.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to stay with. You got to make sure your line is set. I don't know what the coach waiting on. Maybe tomorrow because things are more
Unless
official. 4
unless
o'clock.
maybe unless
It can
maybe
change.
if the Bronx get if the Bronx happen to get Deshaun
Deshaun.
Watson, maybe the Colts could say
Maybe they trade
let's go
for
trade for
Baker.
Baker. Yeah.
So there all kinds of stuff. There's so much
all kind of
theories.
scenarios, all kind of things.
All kind of scenarios,
Yeah.
boy. All
Yeah.
kinds.
There are 5 teams really that are looking for a quarterback. Right? Well, 4. I would say we're really looking for a quarterback. The Colts, the Saints, the Seahawks, the Panthers.
Mhm.
The Browns and the Falcons just throwing them hat. You know, I think them two is the ones that are throwing their hats. But the Colts, the Saints, the Seahawks, and the Panthers. The Seahawks especially.
But I think he said no to the Seahawks, right?
He said
He said,
no.
yeah, no, he ain't
He
Seahawks.
said no.
Period.
I think the Seahawks gonna draft a quarterback. I think I nobody else out there that are gonna take. They may ride with
But it's still,
Julak this year.
Oh yeah, they got Julak. So I mean,
Yeah, they may
they got
ride
a
with
backup.
him.
Yeah.
But I think now they got 2 first-round picks because they got Denver pick and them pick.
Mhm.
I think Denver pick is number 9, and the Seahawks pick is like in the teens, all the teens.
Yeah.
So so they're gonna. I think they're gonna draft a quarterback because you going in with just Julak. I think that's gonna work. I don't know what Pete Carroll
They
really
really don't
gonna
have
do.
the team is really on muck right now. They lacking.
That's my thing.
Yeah.
You still got Lack and Metcalf, which is 2 really good wide receivers, but the team overall, you get rid of Ragnar. Ragnar is the heart.
Yep.
You still got Jamal Adams, which I don't know going on. And then they just re-signed Quadri Diggs.
Mm-hmm.
3 years for the $2 million. So you got 2 safeties there taking up most of 24-30% of your cap. Because a lot of people are saying that Jamal Adams extension was a horrible extension.
Yep.
But no, you brought Jamal Adams over to win. No, Jamal Adams ain't gonna stay there and you ain't gonna be winning.
Nope.
But I don't know how you can get there, give up there, get rid of that cap that he got. So there's some teams that you just don't know.
They might have to eat that.
I don't know. It's just some
don't feel
weird things. Yeah, it's just some weird things that happen. And like we say, you still got good people, good teams that make good decisions, like the Bengals. We talked about their line. We talked about their lines. The lines.
I started to admire that coach now.
What his name is?
Who's that, Taylor?
Taylor.
He doing the right things, you know. He doing the
He
right
got
things.
a GM.
Somebody.
The GM, man.
They're doing the right things because they may have gone after. They could have go crazy, you know. They could have go crazy. But you went to the Super Bowl with your rookie, not a rookie quarterback, but a young quarterback. And the man nearly get killed back there in the backfield. And the first thing you do is went and get 2 studs at line.
But that should have been that was a priority. If they didn't do that, I mean,
but how much
if I was the owner and my GM didn't go out there and grab 2 stud offensive linemen, I was fine.
How much teams you know does do that nonsense though?
Yeah, but still, I mean, it's all common sense.
They got Kappa and who's the other person? I can't remember who the other person
is. The center from the Patriots.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
so it's like
that's a given. You see that your offensive line was garbage all year. That's the first thing that's first priority in free agency. Easy, simple. Get a 2 best offensive line in free agency. Done.
Yep. They get a 2 offensive linemen. Them sign back Jesse Bates. Them could go out there now. Them could get Gilmore. Them could get JC. Not JC. Your bike, Action Jackson.
Action Jackson.
Yeah, they could get 8 too.
You know, then we get some veterans on corner. I still draft a corner.
Maybe pick up a Bobby Wagner.
Bobby Wagner or Miles Jack.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And they have that advantage of saying
right now.
We were just Super Bowl. Where do you think we're going next year? You know what I'm saying? So it's like they ain't got to worry about the backfield. Mixon is there. He's a beast. Now you show up the offensive line. Mixon will already put up numbers with the trash offensive line that they had. So now you give them a better offensive line.
Right.
Take some of that pressure off of Joe Burrow. Open up them 3 wide receivers. You still got 3 wide receivers. Open them up when you open the run.
But they're gonna need a tight end now because they lost Uzuma.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
you can grab one of them in the third,
easy. They can find a good.
Yeah.
But no, they got a lot of good free agent tight ends still.
Yeah, they do, but you still got. Hey, look at Grant.
Yeah.
Grant said he was playing Sensei.
That was when he thought thing was retiring though.
He had no choice now. They ain't sign he back. Them campaign.
You crazy? Now you gotta ask for much. If you got way to come back, you gotta do what Brady say. Not to cut you guys. Just a report coming. The Bronx trade proposal to Houston is in. Their sales pitch to Deshaun Watson is over. Now they have to wait at least another day for the Falcons to make the pitch to Watson. Then Watson picks his team among Bronx, Panthers, Saints, and Falcons. And then here it is. In order to even meet with Deshaun Watson, the Bronx, Saints, and Panthers were forced to submit trade proposals. The Texans wanted the proposals to include at least 3 first-round picks, additional draft capital, and or other players. And the Panthers say that them send an offer that ain't gonna jeopardize the future. I need to see what this offer is.
I want to see that because if you send the 3 first-round picks and some players, you jeopardize in the future already.
I need to see what this thing is that you
know. Because 3 first-round picks and a couple of players. So 3 first-round picks and what? 2 Pro Bowl players?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
If I the Panthers, I send in the 3 first-round picks, you're going to have to include probably 2 third rounds and probably Brian Bones and somebody else.
Right.
And you're gone from there. That's a lot, yeah, but
I couldn't do that. I couldn't. Thank God I got sense. No, I couldn't do
But the thing about it is,
I couldn't do it either because I would have given up probably the 2 first-round picks. I ain't giving up 3 and still a couple more players and still more draft picks again.
That's how desperate teams are to get a franchise quarterback.
True.
Yo, but really and truly, Deshaun Watson.
And Watson, you're getting a 26-year-old All-Pro.
He's not a scrub.
But look, remember what KG that I always say, Sheen. There's no guarantees that those first-round picks hit.
That's true.
You gotta be a really good evaluation of talent for them to even hit. How much times we know Parsons draft a quarterback and ain't work out, or draft a player for sake and ain't work out. Right. The thing about it is you giving up 3 first rounds for Watson. You know what you're getting in Watson. You know what you're getting. Suppose we say Watson, we didn't get an offer, but we know 3 first rounds are good. And then 4 years down the road, we look at the 3 first round picks that we are going to give Watson, and all 3 is bust for Carolina. But I got cry long tears. I said that's what I do for Watson. So we don't know that. We know that it don't always mean that it gonna work out. But I think, like you guys say, that every team needs that quarterback. Every team needs that quarterback, and I know that's what I think. Carolina, you struck out 2 years in a row. Teddy B and Sam Darnold. You struck out. You got a rich billionaire owner that getting impatient. The guy just come from, he was the minority owner of the Steelers. The Steelers had Big Ben for 14, 15 years, and they were always winning. He knows the importance of a very good quarterback and a very good continuity and everything. He wanted Deshaun Watson. He went to that meeting with Deshaun Watson. He must have told he, as a billionaire, what you want, you're going to get. We just don't have to put it in the contract. I'll open that account at the side. You wouldn't even have nobody else would know nothing. You get whatever you want.
You want all massage parlors you need?
You could bet that. You could bet that. So again, like we say 3 first-round picks is a lot, but suppose the next 3 years we go and draft bus. We gonna say bye.
That's the thing. That's why
ain't no guarantee.
That's why I remember the Eagles too. They got 3 first-round picks.
And ain't a guarantee that they're gonna be hits.
I don't know they're gonna be hits because they suck at drafting.
Exactly.
So that's the thing I'm worried about.
But my thing is for the Eagles, I got 3 first-round picks. I was giving 2 of them 3 and next year 1, and I was going for Watson. Easy. Yeah. 2 this year because I got 3 and 1 next year, plus a player or 2, and that's it.
Give him
But again,
Rager.
you see,
Give him
but you
fucking
see,
Rager
like,
and somebody else.
but you
Rager
see, it's
got hot.
like they say, those teams that met with Watson had to put in a trade proposal for the Texans to approve and then meet with Watson. So I don't know. We got to see what this approve. Whoever win him, whoever get him, we gotta have to see what these trade. Cause you know you just end up seeing like other people what them had offer
Yeah.
Yeah.
after. So then we will have to see what the trade was. But again, it kind of out of the Texans' hand to a certain extent because the Texans giving Deshaun Watson 4 or 5 teams. Okay, you say, hey Deshaun, we got trade proposals from these people. Cause remember he's still under contract, so they still got some type of power. I got trade proposals from them. All right, huh? That's a good. You can speak. No, Deshaun Watson got to go and pick up them teams that don't get them trade proposals, and then you walk out your deal there. I just want to see what the trades are. That's my thing about it. What are those trades? That's the crazy thing about it. But tomorrow he has Atlanta. Let's hope they stink up the joint there. You know the bad thing about Deshaun Watson? If we don't get him, he going in our division. How I gonna feel? How I got to feel?
Boy.
It bad enough we ain't get him. But he going in our division because he either go on the Saints or Falcons. Adam Schefter was just there chatting and he said his gut is telling him that Deshaun is signing with the Saints.
I don't see how.
I don't understand how they can. But they were saying somebody said if Sean Payton was there, it was a given he would have go.
Oh,
But
yeah,
he ain't
I
there.
think so. He ain't there.
Yeah, he ain't there. But like I say, I'm not counting up nobody. I hoping that because look, if the Panthers do not get Deshaun, the other veterans out there is Jameis Winston, Mariota, Minshew.
Mm.
Garoppolo.
I mean,
Only
but Garoppolo
Garoppolo.
don't get traded, but the Panthers ain't gonna trade for Garoppolo.
Right.
We
You
don't
are
have a
free agent.
second or third, right?
Yeah, you are free agent.
So does that actually means now from Deshaun are we going to get draft a quarterback, a Malik Willis or Desmond Ritter or Pickett? I don't know. If Matt Rule doesn't get Deshaun Watson this year, Matt Rule's fired this season. I'll tell you that. No,
You
I'll
think
tell you
so?
that because if you don't get Deshaun Watson this year, you ain't going over 500. I guarantee that. Now with that schedule, you get Deshaun Watson, you got a chance. Remember, we playing the AFC North and the NFC West. You ain't get. And remember, if we ain't get Deshaun, he going to the Saints or Falcons, so we gonna get right from one of them teams twice, which means Matt Rule gonna be out the door, and then we'll be talking about Bryce Young and CJ Stroud and all them fellas next year, and who we picking, cause it ain't gonna work. So David Tepper, you're the richest owner in the thing. You're the Panthers. I done with the Panthers. Whatever we do, you slide some money out of that paycheck free. You get he to Carolina, cause we need to do something. We need to do something. All right, enough about the Panthers and the Shanghais. Anytime that trade happen, we coming live on that one time.
I was just gonna say if that trade happens
Anytime that
between
happen.
now and the next show, we
Well,
got
the next show is
He might be able to come out because he might faint.
he gonna be here.
well, the next show does be Saturday or Sunday, but I guarantee we're gonna be back on before Saturday because that
I
trade
believe
gonna
so,
happen
too.
sometime.
I believe so,
And
too.
like I say, stuff gonna happen that gonna be like wow. That I think we're
Right.
gonna be back on by Thursday. I actually think we're gonna be back on by Thursday, and that ain't gonna be a problem because still a lot of stuff to talk about.
It's not
All
happening.
right, so,
Okay, if tomorrow the Eagles are saying them is a sleeper team, that fella over there gonna want to jump up and come on live right
no.
away.
You could bet.
You
You could bet.
No. We come back on when he pick a team. I tell you that sleeper team. We come
Hey,
back
but I
on.
like what the Chargers out there doing, eh? The
Yeah,
Los
of course.
Angeles Chargers. I like what they're doing. They signed J.C. Jackson, trade for Khalil Mack.
Cali, man.
They
Okay,
still got
so I
Derwin
got a
James
question.
out
I
there.
got a question for you guys. What you guys think? What's your favorite signing of the free agency so far?
Let me think.
Out of all those stuff that we see so far, what you think is your favorite signing? Oh, one
The
or two
Bengals,
favorite
the
signings.
Bengals picking up them O-lineman.
Yeah, I'm gonna say yeah because that's a team between them and the Broncos
The Bengals
because
taking the old line.
they went after their needs. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I think the Chargers are doing reactive picking right now, even though they're doing some very good reactive picking. But I think is they're doing reactive pickings to the Russell Wilson trade. Um, but the Broncos and the Bengals, I think, are killing it right now in free agency.
Yeah, I agree. I think they're doing some good things that again. Well, the Broncos they got cap space, but with Russell Wilson contract, I didn't know they got a cap space. But we know the Jaguars, not Jaguars, the Chargers, they got a lot of cap space,
Right.
Hmm.
and they're using it wisely before you gotta go and pay. Before you gotta go and pay
Justin Herbert.
Justin
Justin
Herbert.
Herbert. Yep. So they're
Not like
using
the
it
damn
wisely.
Jaguars giving Christian Kirk all that friggin' money.
Which I was just going to say, what are a few of the signings that you kind of scratch your head on and say, I would not do this.
Christian Kirk.
Christian Kirk.
I still
I mean,
scratching my
that's a unanimous decision. Why else you think? You give me something else back.
I
That's
was
my
expecting. I
unanimous.
wasn't expecting DJ Chark to get that was actually taking that 1 year deal and that type of money. I thought he'd actually get close to a 60 to 80 mil type of
Well,
contract.
not really, because
I know he
this is
come out for
second year,
injury, but
and this
still,
is second year he come after injury too. So I
right.
think I wasn't surprised that he did it.
So that's more like a prove it deal.
yeah. Stay healthy, something, you know what I'm saying? I still scratching my head. I don't know. My gut feeling, my stomach ain't sitting right with the Mitch Trubisky to the Steelers. It just ain't sitting right.
You didn't like it?
I ain't like it. I ain't like it. I think they had opportunity to do better.
He
I
got
ain't like
he
it.
with he with a better head coach,
I know,
a
but
better organization. So
what has he done?
I mean,
You
my
know what I'm
my
saying?
Well,
win what 10 games with Mason Rudolph.
It don't matter.
exactly.
He win 10 games
But
with Mason
but
Rudolph. Yeah?
but look,
Trubisky better than Mason Rudolph, I would think.
but then again, look, why are we looking at from that? Because Trubisky, was he a bad quarterback or was he placed in a bad situation?
Bad
Two
situation.
two times?
I think he was placed in a bad situation.
Adam Gates, not Adam Gates, not
Nigga,
just he just messed up Trubisky, man.
Trubisky, but you could have seen what Adam Gase did with Justin Fields. You know what I mean?
Because look,
There was no progression. There was no progression with Justin Fields.
his stats weren't bad, even though they were losing. It's just I still think he's actually a competent wide receiver that will get it. You know, he got Deontay Johnson, Claypool, then Washington and Najee Harris. And kudos to the Steelers because the Steelers' offensive line had sucked very bad too. And then went and make about 2 or 3 signings on the
Yeah,
line too.
That's true.
Yeah.
So they
Yeah.
addressing needs as well. They made some underrated signings that helping them. So I want to give Trubisky the benefit of the doubt. I don't think he was what the number 2 pick in the draft, but
Agreed.
I still believe that he is a competent quarterback. And like KD say, if I could win 10 games with Mason Rudolph,
Exactly.
I'm pretty sure we could beat that game. I'm pretty sure we could win some game.
Cameron never had a losing season, eh?
Problem is, he in a brutal division.
True, that's true too. That's true too.
He in a brutal division out there.
That's true too.
It just ain't sitting right with my stomach. Like, I don't know. When I see that trade, I was like, I don't know.
Well,
We'll see. It's still see, but I don't know. I think to me, other than the Christian Kirk, in my gut feeling on Trubisky, I don't think anything else was really that bad. I don't think.
Well, looking at the day 2 signings, they got Chark to Detroit, which was
Okay. You know what I'm saying? Okay.
1 year, 10 million. It's more of a prove deal. Second one was what we talk about with San Fran and Chavarius Ward, which is a good signing, 3 years, 2 mil.
Mm-hmm.
The Chiefs signed Justin Reed
That's a good
as the
signing.
replacement for Tyrann Matthew. But again, he filling into the Tyrann Matthew type thing. But who else there?
Nobody else.
Can they just lose your corner? So you only
Exactly.
got States, you only got Williams.
They gotta go for boy-low players to fill out that roster.
Them got problems. Them got problems.
Yeah, and then we got the Bronx get Chase Winovitz, Patriots get Mac Wilson. I don't know how much more edge rushers the Bronx. The Bronx they lose Jadavian Clowney, but Chase Winovitz is a good little rusher. Good
Yes.
little outside linebacker.
I think the Patriots get a ride and stick on that one, but we'll see.
We'll see. And that Mac Wilson, May 28 starts over 3 seasons in Cleveland. His best season from a statistical perspective was his fourth as a rookie.
The Patriots are a funny team,
Yeah,
because
yeah, yeah.
even when they had Jamie Collins, they traded Jamie Collins. He was trash when he went to the next team. He was
Mhm.
good with the
Yeah.
Patriots and was trash when he went to another team. So
I
who
mean,
knows?
that talks about how good of a coach Belichick is.
Exactly.
They go to be trash somewhere else, then they come straight back to the Patriots.
Exactly.
Next, we got Randy Gregory to Denver.
That's a good
He and
signing.
he and Bradley Chubb.
Hmm
There's gonna be some problems. We got Miami gets badly needed offensive line help with Connor Williams, the guard from Dallas.
That's a good fit.
2 years, 14 million. So that's
That
good.
was losing some players too,
And,
boy.
and
I
he's
like
only
it.
24 years old. Baltimore makes the splash for Marcus Williams.
Yeah, that's a good
Like in
signing.
that signing,
Yeah.
5 years, 70 mil. All right. Pittsburgh agreed to terms with guard James Daniels. That's what we are talking about.
hmm
A good guard to help. Um, who else we got here on this thing? The Bills add JZ McKissick. I know we talked about that a little bit.
I think that's a good pickup.
He's gonna be good on the passing dunks for those guys,
That's
boy.
it done.
Cause he
But
come
they
over
Yeah.
still
there
they,
now.
they still need somebody that strong power back.
They may
Yeah,
draft one of them. You know what I'm saying?
I
They may
mean you
draft
could
them.
draft him,
Probably
yeah.
draft one.
You got the Jets look to the secondary, ink DJ Reed to a 3 year deal. The cornerback from Seattle, 3 years, 33 million. I know he was nice.
Yeah,
He's
DJ is
good.
a beast. Yeah.
Yeah, he's good. Buccaneers add more offensive weapons. Signed Russell Gage. Russell Gage is one of the better receivers for Atlanta. No,
True.
Atlanta. I don't know who gonna be playing wide receiver for Atlanta. I don't know.
Kind of fits.
So gotta
Kyle
be.
Pitts and Zacchaeus, the fella they had.
Zacchaeus.
The Steelers lure cornerback Leroy Wallace away from the Bills.
Wow.
Mm.
Okay.
He used to play a lot on the other side of Tre'Davious White, so the Bills got to fill out their secondary. All right. Jets
Gilmore,
continues.
there was rumors. There was rumors that Gilmore might want to go back there.
Yeah, that could be a thing there too. Cause he want to win.
Yep.
Jets continue secondary overhaul with safety Jordan Whitehead from the
That's
Buccaneers. 2
that's
years,
a
14
team.
million.
What they doing right now in free agency? They keep an eye on it.
The
They're
Jets,
sneakily.
remember they had a lot of cap space last year
Yeah.
and this year.
And this
They
year.
quietly putting something together. I watched the analysts talk about it today. Put them in the lineup ain't really looking bad. Yeah. It's just now they can execute, but the lineup ain't the players in place.
Can Zach Wilson do it though?
I think so. He has some flashes.
Who's his offensive coordinator?
LaFleur.
LaFleur?
Yeah.
Hmm.
I think so. He had some flashes coming out at the end of the season.
Yeah.
Well, let's see what happens. We got the trade. The Patriots traded Shaq Mason to the Buccaneers for a 5th-round pick. So I think the Buccaneers lost Alex Kappa. That's Alex Kappa's replacement right there.
Yep.
Other signings: the Patriots signed the kicker. Cowboys we signed Malik Hooker, 2 years, 8 million.
Okay.
Dolphins we signed Elandon Roberts, 1 year. James White we signed with the Patriots. The Falcons we signed them kicker. Bobby McCain gets 11 million over 2 years to stay in DC. Lions we signed Khalif Raymond, the speedy receiver.
Mhm.
Vikings add a punch with Jordan Hicks. I wanted Jordan Hicks,
I
the
don't like to get John
linebacker.
Hicks too.
Yeah, but he's driving on the Viking. I
We had him before now.
think Anthony Barr's a free agent, so he's gonna
Oh, wow.
replace Anthony Barr. The Texans bring back Desmond King, and the
Okay.
Giants ink Tyrod Taylor to a 2 year deal.
Yep.
Is he gonna back up Daniel Jones or is he gonna stop?
Go back up.
I wonder if this Dable really comfortable with this Daniel Jones.
We'll see.
I think so. Remember, he coming from a Josh Allen. He
Exactly.
looking at
Daniel Jones is nothing like a Josh Allen.
Josh Allen, exactly. Josh Allen is a stud.
I think because they say Drew Bisky options were the Giants and the
And the
the
Steelers.
Steelers. But he said he wanted to go on the best situation of him playing. The Steelers gave him a better situation than the
Right.
Giants, which leads us to say that he probably was gonna
Back up.
back up Daniel
Daniel
Jones
Jones.
in thing, or he had to go to a competition. There ain't no competition in Pittsburgh. If anybody tell me that Rudolph competing, and you see that's the crazy thing. You got Rudolph and them tender Dwayne Haskins.
Yeah.
So what they just got a big old flat, and they are always saying that the Steelers would have draft a quarterback with that first round pick.
Yep.
So what the Steelers really doing?
It's surprised the Giants ain't signed no offensive lineman.
Everybody is wondering what are the Giants doing.
I'm surprised at that.
Well, they are forcing the issue in terms of trading Bradbury and Saquon because they desperately need to clear cap. But the most they've received so far is a 4th round pick for both of them.
Yeah, because Saquon is damaged goods.
Yeah, Seagulls, that was good.
But no, they even saying that though. They're saying the reason is because the Giants desperately needed like shed cap. Those
So
two,
trying to take advantage of
yeah.
it.
So Bradbury whole got like 22 million cap hit. So if I know that you need to get rid of Bradbury for cap purposes, I don't have to give you what he deserves.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So them say so far for Bradbury's instance is a cap thing, they ain't get nothing. With Saquon, they say teams are kind of a little weary of, like you say,
I was
Shane,
taking a 4th round pick for Bradbury.
his injury history, and those kinds of stuff.
I would take a Saquon out on San Fran for a 4th rounder. Saquon in that offense out there.
But the thing, like he say, Bradbury not long ago just come off a Pro Bowl season.
Yeah.
But the cap though, the problem is the cap.
Yeah, you gotta eat that. You gotta eat that cap.
You gotta eat that 21 million cap hit. So I don't know. We gotta see how tomorrow and Thursday.
Yeah,
and
tomorrow's
Friday.
another day. You know what I'm saying? That was, I mean, it's been a while for us 2 days. We're still waiting on this big Deshaun Watson trade.
Yep.
Should they say it happened before Thursday?
It better would.
We're gonna see. I mean, there's still our big name free agents out there. You know,
I
Sten's
think
out
that happened by
there.
weekend.
Maybe we can. I think I happened by. I think he.
I think that happened before we got his last meeting is tomorrow.
Yeah, I think
Which means he gonna make a decision Wednesday night. Thursday we can just see the phone. But if he go on the Panthers and leave and work Thursday, I come home early. If he ain't go on the Panthers, I do the show without me Thursday. I ain't coming on no show Thursday to hear the show.
You gonna either be the Panthers or the Bronx.
I go and talk about him, but I ain't going on it. I ain't going on the show if he come on the Panthers.
You gonna either be the Panthers or the Bronx. One of the two.
All right.
I better be something.
So we patiently waiting the Deshaun Watson trade news. I patiently waiting the Jimmy Garoppolo trade news. And any other big thing happen, I think we.
I just want Miles Jack.
We're gonna prepare right now for a Thursday show. But we'll keep it on the wings and see what happens. We'll see what happens. We'll see if the Eagles get the Miles Jacks or the Bobby Wagner. But I know you want Miles Jack because he's a younger one.
Younger. How old Anthony Barr is? He probably in the
Wagner 31.
No, I mean Anthony Barr.
He thought this.
No, he thought one so.
Yeah.
Yeah, no one that.
And he's not he's a coverage linebacker. You need a coverage linebacker, you don't need a rusher.
I need coverage linebacker.
And we'll wait on the Panthers
Sideline to sideline.
to see if Streety can hit the head on the roof or dive on
I
the
don't know
table.
why. I just don't think we get him. I don't know. See again, the Saints and cornerback Bradley Roby have agreed to terms of a contract extension. He'll stay in New Orleans on a new deal while giving the team cap space. I don't know them give him extension. Then restructure Marshall and Lattimore. Who you really giving up as players for this? Watson. I don't know who else you could give up. Davenport. You can't give up Davenport. So who you giving up? You can't give up no cornerbacks. You can't give up none of them. Lattimore, he just restructured his contract, so he ain't going nowhere.
I could Texas to take that contract.
No.
They take Lattimore and they take the contract.
No, when you restructure the contract like that, that means you ain't going nowhere. You that there for the season. That's what you hope.
That's what you hope.
No.
That's what you hope.
Because with the Tunsil, that's why I see they say so Tunsil will be here for another season, at the least another season. So that means Marchand will be here at the least another season. So who the Saints giving up as in players? The Saints gotta be giving up 5 first round picks. That's all I could really see. 'Cause I don't know.
It wouldn't be the first time. What his name is Mike Dicker did it with what his name is the running back. Who is the smoker la weed? What his name is?
Ricky
Ricky
Williams.
Williams.
Ricky
Ricky
Williams.
Williams. Yeah, Mike Dicker did it with the Saints.
But I want to because I looking at the team on offense. You ain't giving up Kabara. I don't know who else on the team on offense.
What was wide receiver?
They ain't giving up Michael Thomas. Nobody want his baggage. So you ain't got nobody on offense to give unless you're giving up Lyman. That ain't gonna be good. And defense, not a solo on here. And defense, who you giving up?
You will be surprised, partner.
Like,
You
you got
would be surprised.
these deals, you're gonna hold your head. man.
You will be surprised.
I got to see it. I got to see
I
it.
think the team with the perfect ammunition is the Browns. Perfect
Yeah, the
ammunition.
Browns, but
The Broncos just go ahead, give up whatever Bram, and then after get a shot and trade Baker for probably a second round pick.
look, if we don't
A
get
late
him,
first round pick.
we just need to go forward with our free agency, keep building the team. So be it. I can't.
It's
I can't.
undefeated, partner.
I
It's
can't do this no
undefeated.
more. I can't do
It's
this no more.
undefeated.
I can't do this no more. My head hurting me. I done it.
Trust me. I will be monitoring the phone, man. Don't worry.
Yeah,
Me too.
I got work to do tomorrow. I super busy tomorrow. Nobody harass me with no Deshaun Watson. I done it, Deshaun and whatever.
Anyway, you see, he got drop the tennis racket
Yeah,
and run
another
up.
phone.
Nah,
Oh man.
I getting the shakes now. I don't understand.
All right, fellas. So we're gonna keep the phone tight, keep it by your ear, keep it ringing. We're gonna see what happens. Might have a breaking show
Wow.
that might come out there,
Wow.
hopefully, and we'll see what happens. Other than
That
that,
ass.
what happened?
Kyrie Owens go fart in the first half.
gonna get-
What kind of stuff
Wow,
this
wow, wow, wow. Who they playing?
The Magics.
You drop a 60. You drop a 60 piece. The game done.
It done?
Yeah, you drop a 60 piece.
But fart in the first half.
Remember, he got fresh legs, you know. He play no games. It's easy.
My Kyrie's a sick man though.
You're a sick man, but you got fresh legs. He only play what once every 5 games.
I think so, yeah. Something
Fresh
like
legs. So he should be able to come out there. If he wasn't doing that, something wrong.
that.
Fresh legs.
All right, guys. Thursday or Sunday? We'll see. 3 days.
We'll see. I think it's
Sunday
gonna be a
for
Thursday
me.
show.
Sunday for me.
It's gonna be a Thursday and a Sunday show.
Take a blood pressure medicine, father.
No, Sunday for me. Sunday.
All right, all right, guys.
All right.
Good night, y'all. See you on the next show.
All
All
right.
right. Peace.
That's that.